Hey, what's up guys, Strict here, and today I have my old MacBook Pro mid-2012 model right here, and today we're going to be fixing it up and getting it working once again. This thing, it has a very long history with me, and you know, it was sad when it stopped working, so I wanted to eventually one day get the parts that it needed and get it all fixed up again. Basically what had happened was I was trying to get files off of it and it just died. Motherboard killed itself, it was done. So I have a brand new logic board right here. This is actually an upgraded board from what's in here. This one is the 2.5 gigahertz i5, and the one that I got over here that we're going to be putting in is an i7 running at 2.9 gigahertz. So, you know, small upgrade, why not? Yeah, this thing, I used to edit all of my old gaming videos on, so if you go over my gaming channel, Strict, some of my oldest videos that are still up on the channel were actually edited using this laptop right here. So yeah, this thing has some history and it's pretty special to me. Alright, so gonna go ahead, start with the back panel. It's all Phillips head. Surprisingly, Phillips head, even though we know how Apple likes to use specialized screws for everything. But of course, these top three are different lengths. Only these three. So when I do get this board swapped in, I do actually have some future plans and maybe a couple interesting videos that I'm gonna do with it, a couple of experiments. I have seen a lot of videos of people doing that open core legacy patcher, so I think it'd be really cool if we could get modern macOS running on this thing. So here we go. I did actually upgrade this thing to a 500 gigabyte SSD, because of course what happened was my original hard drive was a 500 gigabyte spinning Rust drive, and that thing killed itself. Took it to Apple, they installed a 1 terabyte hard drive, and then that thing failed after like a couple months. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna figure out how to do this myself. So I figured it out myself in middle school and installed this SSD. So let's go ahead and get all of these cables disconnected, hopefully. That one is not. There we go. This is a 4 gigabyte RAM stick, not actually what was in it. So that one came off of this board. This came with 8 gigabytes of RAM, but this was an old module from in here. I stripped this thing down a while ago, but just for the sake of having it in there, I just put that 4 gigabyte stick in case we need it later. So there we go, pulling all of the cables out. And then that one for the monitor, or screen. There we go. It should be everything. I do know that there's some connectors on the back. This side. And then this side looks like we have one connector up there at the top that we have to worry about. I think that's it, actually. It's just that. Next, we gotta take out CPU fan, and that's just the motherboard screws. So these all use, here's where specialized stuff comes out. These use TR5 bits. Pretty much everything in here. I mean, these use Phillips to remove your hard drive, but then the actual mounting things on there are the TR5s, so that's wonderful. So let's go and get the fan out of here first. That's not a fan screw. That one's a fan screw. Now the battery in this thing probably should be replaced too at some point. I don't know if it's that important though. I mean, I don't plan on taking this thing out on battery anywhere, but maybe one day, just for fun of it. It'll be nice having this thing back. There we go. There's our fan. All right, let's do the motherboard now. I guess we should take out the battery. That might be a good idea, actually. All right. Of course, this one uses tri-wing. Probably should have thought about this before I pulled up the motherboard a little bit. That's a long screw. Okay. There we go. There's our battery. Okay, so turns out missed a tiny connector right there. Hold on. This right here was a connector, and then there's a speaker that's connected on the back side here, right there. So, oh, there's two tiny connectors right there and there. So that's gonna be fun. Probably gonna have to do that off camera, and then this was a pain to get under and disconnect. I mean, once this wasn't giving any resistance, you can lift up the board a little bit more like that. But yeah. So looking at this, I honestly don't understand what failed on it. I mean, something did, because when it turns on, it wouldn't. So, you know, I guess I probably should have shown what it was doing, but I honestly got the new motherboard in and was just way too excited to get it thrown in. But basically, this is the other speaker with the microphone assembly, so we're gonna go ahead and get that installed on here. This tape is kind of a pain. I'm gonna take that and put it on the side for now. Let's just get these connectors in. There's one. You know what? I should get that one first. There we go. Both of those connectors are in. Alright. We just want to make sure nothing is being trapped underneath, hopefully. Okay. Let's go and get all of our connectors back in now. Alright, sorry about that little cut. This connector, they don't give you like a tab to pull it in with. I literally had to put a piece of tape on it and push it up, so that was awesome. It's probably gonna be the same fun game with this one, except it's even tinier.
Throw your cranes up.
like that. Just gonna throw that on. Of course, we got the good old MagSafe. Alright. Got a light. It's a good sign. Oh, it's turning on. Okay. That's way more than the old motherboard did. Probably gonna say that it doesn't have an OS. And yes, if you're wondering, screen is cracked, unfortunately. Wow. This is the first time I've seen this thing boot up in a long time. But we don't have... Oh, well... Windows? What? Okay. Of course, unfortunately, we're also missing some keys, like my exit key and... Oh god. I did not notice and realize that. Alright, internet recovery mode. This will download the latest version of macOS that this thing can run. I don't know where it found a recovery partition though.
Clap your hands if you believe.
Alright, there we are. Let's go to disk utility. Let's just make sure that the disk shows up properly. I want to know where it had the Windows recovery. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and restore. I'm gonna call it Mac. That's what we'll call it. Catalina. Alright. Honestly, don't remember what the last macOS version was I had in here. Of course, we agree, and let's install. Yes, there it is. Let's go. Finally, after like 20 some minutes of installation. Now we're finally here on the setup
macOS
screen.
contains...
Oh my god, do not. But why are you... No, you're not British. You are not British. United States. Oh, go back. No. Oh. No. US. United States. Anyways, for anyone interested, there is your CPU and your mid-2012 Mac. I decided to take off CPU cooler for fun. And for some reason, in Apple's infinite wisdom, the screws completely come off. And so do the springs. So, that's fantastic. So here we are, about this Mac, 2.9 gigahertz, dual core i7, 12 gigabytes of RAM. Let's go. I have not, it's been a while. Wow, okay. Let me get a new web browser on here, and we're gonna test like 2 games. This is what I get for buying a British motherboard. Ooh, wait, maybe I can get rid of it. Yes! Want to try Minecraft? We're gonna try Roblox. And then I actually want to compare it to my M1 MacBook Air, just for fun, honestly. Now, of course, back in the day, Minecraft was, of course, the biggest and best game to me, and the one that I was, of course, playing all the time when I got this MacBook. So, we got wallpaper. Yo. You know what? Yeah. We gotta throw a wallpaper on this thing. Let's do it. Boom. Minecraft wallpaper. Why not? Alright, anyways, let's actually get this downloaded. I hope it works. Like, I hope this version of macOS can actually run it. Oh yeah. That's what that wallpaper, that's what we're talking about. Okay. Open up Minecraft and open. Hey. Alright, here we go. Here they both are. We're gonna run the latest. I think that's a horribly great idea. There it is. Launching.
Press enter to enable.
No. Oh yeah. There it is. Alright, I know my M1 is running on battery, but we're gonna go max brightness. Why does this screen just look better though? Like, look at the sunset. Okay. Let's go and create a new world. We'll just do creative for both. Also, I don't know if you can hear the difference, but this one is the one with the haptic trackpad, and this one has a physical trackpad. Let's go ahead and do the same seed. Let's do... Oh. Okay, I'm confusing myself here. Mid-2012. That's what we're gonna do for the seed. Alright, well, clearly the M1 nuked it in world generation. There's the FPS counter. Both of these are only using 2 gigs of RAM. Okay. Oh. What are the graphic settings? Alright. Same graphic settings on both. Ooh. I mean, it's not bad. Okay. Doesn't want to load. Oh man. I remember when this thing would get smooth 60 FPS. Maybe if I put it back on the like 1.8 and stuff, it would. Wow, this world generation's kind of rough. And let's go back to my M1. 100 FPS. It's rendering so much more. Also, you can definitely hear the fan in this thing. This has no fan, which is scary. Alright, 100 some FPS. Doesn't even phase it a little bit. I am scared, honestly. GPU, look at that, it's maxing out. Gotta give it a fighting chance. Ooh, but look at that, now we're up in like 70 FPS. Now that it's sorted out. Okay, spoke too soon. I do believe that this thing would have a decent fighting chance at like an older version of the game. Alright, let's see what this does. Alright, I mean, yes, it wasn't a super crazy amount of TNT, but like, what? Let's see how this thing does on a server real quick. Meanwhile, I'm gonna close that. Okay. You know what? "30 FPS is not the worst, considering this is the latest version. Let me just join Murder Mystery real quick. We're still looking 30 FPS. Like, it's playable. Alright, let's do Roblox. Now, I really don't know if Roblox will let me do both at the same time. Wow, this is taking a long time just to launch Firefox. Just to, like, see. This one's in 1440p. Alright, can we do 1440p? Oh. Oh, yeah, I can't. I mean, to be fair, this screen is only 800p, but 1440 is not gonna happen. Let's try 1080. Alright. We can do 1080. Alright. But 1440p is... Yeah, that's not happening. Alright, good to know. I almost don't think there's a point in coming on here and looking at a video in 4K. Although, this one in 1440 is... I wanted to try this little experiment that I found. Basically, mileage may vary, I guess? Can you do 4K? A source engine app for Android that lets you run any sort of... In fact, it's not even loading as I skip through the video. Great. Let me get Roblox downloaded. Let's give this a try. Open link. Alright, obviously M1 is already loading. The i7 is... I'm just gonna demonstrate on here first. This is how it should run on pretty much anything. The M1 does not struggle, even with my scat. Oh god. Anyways, Roblox runs great, as you would hope and expect, especially for a modern laptop. Alright, here we go. Let's put our focus back on the i7 here. Oh, never mind. I'm gonna point that out now. Okay. Sure. Well, it's loading. We got something. It's... You know what? That's good, actually. Ooh, that's a little choppy. Just a little. Ooh, okay. That's not great. We're chugging. You know what though? Once it loads the map, it's not bad. Not bad? Question mark? I mean, okay. When we're talking MacBook, you were never buying this to game on. Of course, when I was young, I didn't know that. But then again, it played Minecraft, and it played Minecraft pretty well. So, I was happy with that. And Roblox. Played both of those very, very well. And, you know, still it does it very, very well. And I'm pretty happy about that. So, yeah, you know, I'll take it. Now, like I said, I do have some future plans for this. Like, I want to do the open core patcher. That's for sure. I want to do open core patcher to see if we can put the latest macOS on here. And then I think I want to boot camp it. But we're not going to boot camp like Windows 10. I want to put Windows 7 on this thing because Windows 7 is a whole nother nostalgia trip for me. Like this is great. Like it kind of adds a compatibility layer for like Windows 10 and 11 applications to work on Windows 7. So if I can do that, maybe we'll still try some other games on here. Like I might try Counter-Strike 2, maybe GTA 5, just to see if it'll work on Windows 7 with the compatibility layer. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and leave a like, consider subscribing. As I said, I do plan on some future videos and projects with this, so yeah, stay tuned for that. I am kind of trying to fix another laptop if you're interested in seeing another laptop get fixed. It's been a very long process with that one, unfortunately, so right now it's just kind of a waiting game. But once that one is fully fixed and ready to go, I will get that video out. But other than that, here we go. I just recovered and fixed my MacBook that has been dead for a couple of years now. Oh shoot. Alright, you know what? We need to put the back panel screws back on. I will go ahead and do that, and then roll the outro, and then see you in the next video with this thing.